Hey there everyone, and welcome to another episode of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Randomizer, the Keysanity version. I'm calling it Keysanity because I'm pretty sure I didn't use Keysanity in the previous Let's Play. And I am at Lake Hylia right now, and it has just gotten to be morning. And, oh, darn it. I was sure that I had gotten rid of that square at the bottom because I changed the graphic setting before recording this episode, and I was sure that it had gone away, but... well, I don't see it when watching the actual gameplay recording, but if I am watching it on the video recording, it apparently is appearing there. Like, I have no idea why it is showing up there, but not on the actual emulator. And I don't think that it had done that before. I think it's just a recording issue. So, if anybody knows how to get rid of that... oh, didn't mean to dive like that. Do let me know. Oh, something good! There's something good in the water. So I'm gonna go and get it. Oh, I missed! Okay, let's try it again. Alright, this time. Oh, I got it! You found the bomb bag! Yeah, we found it! Well, I guess it's a good thing I ended up, hitting the dive button, or that wouldn't have given me the idea to dive. Oh my goodness! The music for Zora's Domain is the Fire Boss theme. You know, the theme that plays for King Dodongo and Volvagia. Yeah, I say the Fire Boss theme because this theme plays for the Fire Bosses, but not any of the other bosses. And I suppose that while we are here, I may as well give King Zora Rudo's letter. As well as also get the torches lit up. Oh, and he just scoots right on over. Yeah, we don't go through the whole Mweep cutscene as we do in the base game, because they cut that part out. Alright, that's another torch lit. So now we will see whatever is in here. It's a key for the Spirit Temple. Okay, and I suppose we could go ahead and enter Jabu Jabu's belly, since we're right here, and we have a fish, and I'm pretty sure that, well, I'm not sure how far we are going to be able to get inside of Jabu Jabu's belly, because, well, we don't have the boomerang right now, and who knows where that is found. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Ah, double defense, although we can't afford it right now. Small key for the Forest Temple. Just 5 rupees? I'll take it. Okay. Can't afford that. Can't afford that. It's even the base game price. Well, I think that we should at least go and see what we can do in Jabu Jabu's belly, because there could be some very beneficial prizes for us in there. I don't think that I can bother with the fairy fountains right now, because we need to have an ocarina. I mean, we do have Zelda's Lullaby, but we don't have an ocarina to play the song with, since I put Ocarina Shuffler on. So it could be a while before we have the Ocarina of Time. Oh, Ingo's theme is Jabu Jabu's belly. You know, I could probably imagine this as being like a sort of scenario where maybe Ingo got eaten by a whale, and this is the music that is playing for his comeuppance. You know, like maybe after Link managed to get Epona out of the ranch and, you know, saved Malon. Maybe what happens then is that Talon and Malon take Ingo out into the ocean and then feeds him to a whale, and this is the music that plays. Okay, so now we are carrying Princess Ruto around with us. I used to be kind of an obsessed Ruto and Link shipper. Oops, she was meant to go on top of the platform. Yeah, pretty much an obsessed shipper to these two, since if you played the game, you know that Ruto does give Link the Zora Sapphire in exchange for their potential... Well, in exchange, where Ruto says, if I give it to you, you're gonna have to get married to me. Yeah, but of course, there are a lot of possibilities of who Link could have ended up with at any point after the events of Ocarina of Time. And of course, everybody has their own different opinions about that, and I used to be kind of obsessed with that. Finally, something from a Gold Skulltula that isn't a token! Yeah, as you may recall in the last episode, every single Gold Skulltula that I killed just had a token, which is what they have in the base game. But they couldn't all be giving me gold tokens because I had gotten one from the chest. Oh, and fun little fact, I didn't even know that you could do that when I first played this game years ago. Like, I think that I did see a comic that someone had done that showed Link tossing Ruto up at one of those switches on the ceiling. And I think Ruto's neck got hit on the switch in the comic. But that did not tell me that you could actually use her to activate the switch. I had no idea that you could do that. Oh, I didn't quite stand on that switch all that well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was like quite an obsessed Ruto and Link shipper. But I've lightened up to that since then, because we all happen to have different opinions on who to ship Link with, the hero of time. Like, there's some people that ship him with Saria, and some who ship him with Malon, which, I guess, to be honest, given what we know of Twilight Princess, you know, since Link in that game was living at a ranch, some people believe that that is evidence that the hero of time may have ended up with Malon, and, well, that is a possibility, but I would say anyone is still a candidate. But maybe it is for the better that Nintendo never officially confirms who Link ended up with in any of the eras of the Zelda series. I think this is as far as we can go, because without the boomerang, I won't be able to kill the Parastic Tentacle. So it looks like this dungeon is going to be a no-go for right now. I don't think that I had gotten very many good things while we were down here. Well, I mean, we got the dungeon map, though. That doesn't do very much, because that dungeon map is for Dodongo's Cavern, and it's going to be a while before we even get there anyway. Although I do remember someone had done... I've seen someone do a video where they show Link managing to get onto the platform that leads to the boss way earlier than he's supposed to, and he actually used Princess Ruto to hold down on the Switch to open up the door leading there. Like, normally in the game, you're supposed to use one of those boxes to hold down on the Switch, because you don't have Ruto with you anymore when you get to that point in the dungeon. But I saw someone do a sort of sequence break where they managed to get that Switch held down with Princess Ruto without going through everything that you need to get to that point. So I think that maybe I'll come back here later once we find the boomerang. There is a chance that the boomerang could be found in Jabu Jabu's belly. I mean, it's very unlikely that it is. It's found there in the base game, but in the randomizer, there's a very low chance that it is found there. Can I get onto this ledge without a Kaku? I'm swimming towards it. It doesn't look like it. Well, I'm picking up rupees, so that ought to count for something. I will go ahead and now use bombs to blow these rocks up, since I do have them now. What? That didn't work? Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. I don't know what stopped it from working the first time. I don't want the rock, I want the chicken. Well, there's a key right there, but... well, I'll see if I can get that. Have to let the chicken go. Alright. A small key for the water temple. Great. I just left the first dungeon that features Princess Ruto, and I already got a key for the second dungeon that she appears in. Although, I think that the funny thing about me mentioning about Link and Ruto's engagement in Ocarina of Time would be terminal montages, something about Ocarina of Time series. You know, like, he's done 4 episodes of that series so far, but he's only gone as far as beating the Water Temple. He has not done anything beyond the Water Temple yet. He only brought out 4 episodes. Episode 1 covers the Spiritual Stone quest, you know, like the first 3 dungeons. Although, for the Deku Tree, the Goma... oh, another song that I cannot play. The Goma just end up eating the Deku Tree, and Link just picks up the Kikiri Emerald after that. And then he goes to Death Mountain, and Darunia says that Dodongo's Cavern is blocked off by a boulder. And Link says, well, why don't you just eat the boulder? And then the Gorons go and actually eat the boulder. Oh, a fairy fountain is down here. Well, 1 out of 2 is not... 1 out of 2. I'm acting like there was supposed to be a chest down there. That I actually just forgot that that hole does not contain a grotto that has a chest. But then again, what are the chances of 2 grottos that look exactly alike appearing in the exact same area? Well, I suppose there are a couple of them out in the Hyrule Field section, but those 2 holes were very close together, so it is very unlikely that they would both contain the same thing. Now, something that I did realize is that I could have done the Great Deku Tree, but I don't have the Kikiri Sword yet. I could just use the Deku Sticks, but I just decided to wait until much later to do the Deku Tree. Like, maybe we'll do it at a point in which I run out of ideas, which has happened quite a lot in the past, where I happen to do as much things as I can think of, and then I get to a point in which I get stuck and just don't know what to do next. A key for the Forest Temple. Okay, well, I did also realize during editing that I could have blown up the boulders. I mean, not the boulders. Could have pulled out the graves in the Kakariko Village graveyard. I don't know why I didn't think to do that, because I could have gotten, well, could have gotten one item. Not sure if it would have been a good one. Okay, well, you know what? I think that what I'm going to do now is head off to Kikiri Forest and go through the Lost Woods and go through the shortcut that leads to Goron City. So, I'm going to go ahead and head off there, and I will meet you guys there. In the previous episode, I had asked you guys to make a guess as to what music you think is going to play in Goron City. And one person had made the guess that it's going to be the Spirit Temple music. Well, let's see if he's right. Alright, so here we are in the Lost Woods, and while we're here, I may as well blow up this boulder, as well as talk to you about something that I had been thinking about earlier today, and it just thought up again on my way over here. Let's see what's in this chest. And it's the bow! Well, would you look at that? Something good. Very glad that I decided to come here. Anyway, I was kind of thinking about maybe doing a sort of challenge where I try to avoid touching all of the colors of the rainbow, or try to avoid touching a color. You know, certain colors of the rainbow. And, you know, just how far I could get. Aha! Okay, so last time I had done a sort of a asked a question about what music do you think will be the music that plays in Goron City? Well, it looks like I was wrong. It was not Zora's Domain as I predicted. It's the shop music. Did you guys guess that it was the shop music? Well, if you did, congratulations to you. Though I haven't received any comments about that as of the recording of this video. Not sure if I will by the time I get to editing this episode, but no, we'll just have to see. Okay, so can't afford that. Well, I could afford that, but I think I'm going to save up on my rupees for more important things. Can I break these pots with this pot? Guess I couldn't. Not sure if that pot actually hit that other one, but oh well. Should I travel over and see what is here? I think that I will try to stop this rolling Goron and see if he gives me a prize. I think that in the base game you need to stop him somewhere right here, but I think that you need to do it after you have beaten Dodongo's Cavern, or after you have gotten bombs. I'm not sure which. We'll just have to see. I'm not sure if they've actually fixed it to where he will just give you something as soon as you just stop him like that. Oh, well, it looks like in this case he did give me something, which is another song that I cannot play. Wow. I have, like, how many songs? I have 4 songs and no ocarina to play them with. How sad is that? Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to go into the area with lots of rocks yet. Might decide to save that for a last resort. I suppose I can go ahead and farm rupees with these rocks. Okay, so, I have been thinking, would it be possible to beat, say, Banjo-Kazooie without touching any of the colors of the rainbow? Well, I think that I will go ahead and explain why I know that it is not possible to beat the game with certain colors. And that would be, well, for the color red, the room that leads to Mad Monster Mansion is mostly red, so the color red is out of the question. And we also cannot beat the game without touching orange, because I think that there are some orange spots in Gruntilda's lair, though I think the floor is mostly a brownish color or a tannish color. Not quite an orange. I don't want to grab that. I said I don't want to grab that. I want to backflip. There we go. Oh, and all that for another gold Skulltula token. Well, I guess we're going to go into Dodongo's Cavern. Normally, they expect you to throw a bomb flower here, but we have actual bombs. I did think of another thing that we could pick up while we are here. Oh, and I only have one. No, that's not going to be enough. I guess that Skulltula is going to have to wait to be killed. I guess it doesn't mind, though, because that means it gets to live for a little while longer. I'll just break these rocks, pick up as many rupees as I can carry. You know, I do find it interesting how if you have full health, the rocks give you rupees, but if you don't have full health, they give you hearts. And that certainly is some good thinking, since that way you're not given anything useless. Well, unless you have full health and a full wallet, but you're more likely to have a full wallet than to have, or more likely to have full health than a full wallet, I guess. Okay, so, and I think that the color yellow you cannot avoid touching and still beat Banjo-Kazooie, because I think there are some yellow dots on the grass outside of Banjo's house. And the color green, obviously, cannot be avoided, because green is pretty much everywhere. In fact, I don't think that there is any video game that you can beat without touching the color green. I think green is probably one of the easiest colors to touch. I think that in most games, you pretty much touch green within the first few minutes. Or are given the opportunity to, at least. And blue, I think that you would have to touch in order to get into Treasure Trove Cove. And then for purple, well, I'm not sure if there is any purple you would need to touch in Banjo-Kazooie. Like, I don't know if there is any, do I have a Hylian shield? No, I don't. Oh, and this is bad. And I can't unequip the Deku shield. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So, you know what? We're going to avoid this dungeon for right now. And I'm going to go ahead and head off to, go back to Castletown and see what I can do from there. Something I have realized is that I could just blow up this boulder. Since I have bombs now, so I may as well go and see what this boulder has to give me. Hopefully it has something good to give me, but even if it doesn't, there are still plenty of other boulders that I can blow up now, not to mention some other grottos. Oh, the mirror shield! Well, it's too bad I can't use it until I'm a grown-up. Too bad. Alright, so now let's get to another hole. Alright, here we are. Wow. I was kind of wondering if that blast was going to be enough to blow that hole up. Okay, and oh, another key. Well, let's see what what dungeon this key is for. Oh, come on, really? Okay, let's try this again. Can I even grab it? Or is it too deep? It must be too deep, so it looks like we can't get this one until we either have the iron boots or the golden scale. Well, that's a bummer. Well, there's one more hole that we can take a look at, and then I think that I will end off this episode. Oh, just a recovery heart. What a bummer. Well, I think that there is one more chest that we can try out, but it could take us a while. I think that since it is almost daytime, I'm going to go ahead and just go to the castle town and see what they have to offer. I'm just going to go on ahead and buy whatever I can. Okay, so let's see. There's the small key for the Shadow Temple. Got the strength upgrade. Is there anything over here? I don't see anything that would be beneficial. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy the strength upgrade. Let's see what is in the other shop. Yeah, I mean, I could buy that small key right now, but I think that I want to save it for much later. Like, what can we buy here for 80 rupees? Well, the only thing that is beneficial would be the Magadan hammer. So I think that I will go ahead and just farm for some rupees. Like, I can get some on the bridge outside. Oh, and I may as well also bring up about something that someone had pointed out to me in the comments of the last video. Someone had pointed out that I was pronouncing Skull Chula wrong. Like, I was saying it as Skull Tula, but someone had said that it's pronounced as Skull Chula. You know, Chew. C-H. And that kind of confused me because there's no C-H in their name. But they did point out that that I think that is how the official Japanese way of pronouncing it is. You know, like, the way that they... You know, the way that Japan pronounces their words. So, it could be Skullchula. Like, do you say Skulltula or Skullchula? Like, I'd like to get an opinion. Like, maybe Skullchula is the right way, but how do you guys say it? Do you say Skullchula or do you say Skulltula? Okay, so Magadan hammer. It's going to be a while before we can use it anyway. But there we go. The Magadan hammer. And I'm going to go ahead and head off to the Temple of Time. I'm going to end off the episode real soon. Now, as far as if it is possible to beat Ocarina of Time without touching the colors of the rainbow, okay, well, the Door of Time is open from the start. Personally, I don't think that it is. Like, well, I'm pretty sure the color red is impossible because you have to stand here to open the Door of Time. I'm not sure about the color orange, though. The color yellow, I'm not entirely sure about. I'm quite certain the color green is impossible because grass. And the color blue, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure about all that. I might decide to make a separate video in regards to that. Oh, the mirror shield is automatically equipped already. Well, that's something. Okay, well, I think that is going to end it for this episode. I was thinking of maybe just going to Kakariko Village and opening up the grave that I didn't open up in the last episode, but maybe I'll do that at the start of next episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and by the way, I'm not listening to this with the headphones on right now for the past while. I wonder what music this is. Oh, it's the Ganon's castle collapse. Oh, wow. And that is quite ironic, given as to how we're outside of Ganon's castle. You know, this could maybe be very fitting for how sometimes people feel like the passage of time is just a disaster. Okay, well, we didn't get very many useful items for young Link, but we did get plenty of useful items as adult Link, and at least we have a sword now. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.